Welcome to Big Oz Explorers. We've been touring in a caravan for over a year now and have learned a lot about how to manage in a tiny home while travelling around Australia. I'm Sian, and this is Chris, and our kids Jada and Jack. Follow our family and live van life through our eyes while we take you on the trip of a lifetime around Australia's hotspots. Click the subscribe button to join our adventure every Thursday and stay up to date with everything Big Oz. Good morning, guys. So today is an exciting day. We're finally getting on the Gibb. We've been at El Questro for a few days. We haven't filmed much there because we've been there before and we kind of just wanted to have some time to ourselves. And then, so we were going to film when we got down to the Pentecost crossing because I know you guys are going to want to see that, but we've had to stop prior.
I haven't even got to the Pentecost yet and we've done a tyre. Like proper in the sidewall of the tyre. Like proper I don't even know how that's even possible. Like it's, yeah.
So welcome to the Gibb. Everyone said that the road is horrible and we have a flat. So apparently this end is the worst.
Worst, like my all-time biggest fear was to get a bloody tyre, nail a tyre within the first like 15 minutes. Doesn't give me any confidence whatsoever going forward.
However, there is a grader coming our direction, so it should get better. This
but now we're down our spare tyre now, so we go another one.
Might have to drive into Kununurra and get a repair or a spare. Are you happy we're over?
Yes, with all 4 tyres.
Not 5, just 4.
No. I can't believe we blew a tyre just before that.
It was honestly like 50 metres up the road.
You could almost see the bitumen on the next hill, and that's where it comes into the Pentecost.
Typical.
Oh man.
Oh well.
Hopefully that's the worst of it, all over and done with.
Onwards and upwards to Home Valley.
Yeah.
We're all set up now. We've got a nice spot under the shade of a tree, far enough away from the playground that we can't hear them, and it's not bad. Just too bad about Chris's confidence, which has been shattered, has it not?
I'm sort of nervous, excited about the whole trip to begin with. You hear so much carnage and things that are going on and whatnot.
We've just been on the phone to the tyre stores in Kununurra and we've been chatting with Yokohama and just seeing what we can get together because our tyre size as well isn't exactly mainstream, so the joys.
So we've been here one night already. We're here for another 2 nights. We're actually hanging out with Sian's parents. So they've come up for another last hurrah, in a sense. We did that when we first left last time and now we've come back and we're doing it again. But yeah, so this is just the very start of the Gibb. So we've already blown a tyre, as you probably know, which is quite daunting, but luckily we've got a few things sorted at El Questro with the people we know, so we're going to get that sorted tomorrow. So that's really helpful and gives me a bit more confidence now going forward. But so far, I'm pretty impressed with this place. It's actually really nice. You wouldn't expect this, well, I didn't expect this when we were coming up here to be so far away from everything and have such nice stuff. So they got pool, they got powered sites, water, they got unpowered as well, but like they got a kitchen, a restaurant, a bar, but apparently they don't sell alcohol because they missed out on the license just, so that's a bit of a shame because I'm looking at it now and it looks massive. I'll go and show you around the place because this is my first time actually looking around here too, so I'll show you the sites, I'll show you what's on offer here and just actually how nice it actually is. So yeah, take you for a guided tour and do it together. Well, as you can see, it's actually really nice in there. It's a huge bar area. They've got a big restaurant. Like it's really well maintained and looked after. And again, it's quite, I know, for me personally, I didn't expect it to be this nice, but it's really cool. You've got a fair size sort of camping area. It's all grassy. Again, you've got your powered sides, you've got your non-powered. I will mention though, it is very expensive. I think it was $74. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the bottom here, the correct price for powered. I think it ended up being like $80 something because we've got Jada with us. So obviously having extra kids sometimes does kill that. But unpowered, I think it was about $68. So you're looking just under $10 sort of dollars, and you can have power versus unpowered, which is pretty crazy to think that you're paying that much. You might as well just go all out and get the power and water. So other than that, the washing machines too, probably the most expensive I've ever seen, $7. That's for a load of washing. So if you got your own washing machine, I'd probably highly recommend doing that. Do your power and water, and then just wash your stuff in your caravan. Be much cheaper. But I'm just in the caravan park bit here. This is the powered and watered side. So it's pretty nice. Like, enough trees around, you can sit underneath the shade. You can see where we are over here. A nice little tree over there that we've tucked up underneath, and you got the parents there. It's a nice level site, but yeah, not bad, can't complain. So another great little feature they got here is these little fire pits, so you can go out and grab your own timber. They have to be in these designated fire pits to have a fire, but they're easy enough to move around, they're not too heavy. It's just nice to know you can have a fire, because a lot of places you can't do that in certain areas. So we are truly hanging out for some more fires. There's going to be a lot more free camps as we're going in, so really hanging out for that. We have been having a few fires in Kununurra at the back of the house, but yeah, it's nothing like having your own and going out and chopping up your own wood and coming back with a big stash. So yeah, pretty excited.
Want a beer?
Nah, not yet.
Why not?
I'm busy.
The weekend.
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't even realise what that was.
By the way,
It's my toothbrush.
really quickly.
It's my toothbrush.
Good afternoon, guys. So I'm currently in the van, I'm kid free, and I'm about to do a DIY with Sian. So last time when I did the cupboards in the back of the van, a lot of you said how cool it was to see a chick getting involved and doing all this sort of stuff. So I thought, well, what better way to show you that we can do that again? So this is a job that anyone can do. All you're going to need is a small shifter and a, what's it called? A Phillips head screwdriver. See, I know what I mean. I just don't usually say these things. So what we're doing today, these Sirocco 2 fans by Caframo are getting swapped out for the Sirocco Elite by Caframo. So this is them here. So you might be wondering why we're considering doing this. So basically these ones that we've got here, we've had these since we very first got the van. We've got one on either side of the bed. They are running pretty much 24/7. So the motor on that particular model of fan lasts for around about 5,000 hours. We've just started having some issues where when they're running for a period of time, the fan will slow down, or we've had a slight rattle in it. And I think it's just that they've genuinely lived a long life in the Australian outback. So they're often running 24 hours a day for, what's that, nearly a year and a half now. So I'll put the maths below. So these motors are supposed to last for about 5,000 hours, and they've done well over that. So we're really grateful that they've lasted as long as they have. The reason we're upgrading to the Sirocco Elite fan is because they actually have a longer motor lifetime. So it's a brushless motor. They go for 20,000 hours. They also have 4 fan speeds. They do a faster fan speed, and they still run on bugger all energy. So your amperage to run these is just nothing. So this afternoon I've already installed one here. So this was my practice fan. I thought, well, I better at least do one and make sure that I can do a good job of it, because I didn't want to try and show you how it works if I can't do it right. And I've just got to do this one here behind me. So I'm gonna get into it. Let's go. So the only tools you're going to need for this install is a little socket, or this is a size 7. So I've got a size 7 on the end here and a small Phillips head screwdriver. If you don't have a socket set, you can also use one of these and just set it to the setting you want. Obviously these are just a lot easier to use, so that's all you should need for this. Apart from that, everything's provided for you in the kit. Alright, time for some unboxing. Ta-da! So this is our brand new fan. So when you get these, sorry, excuse my one-handedness, you'll get your fan, and then you also get a very small pack. There's not really many tools or bits and pieces involved with it, and you'll get your instruction manual. As easy as they are to install, you still get some instructions. I recommend reading them. Look, this page is bent. I recommend reading them. Make sure you do it the right way the first time, and then you don't ruin your fan. You obviously get your fan. You've got a backing plate, which is going to go on your wall with a sticky piece that you can add on the back of it, like this. And then you've got your wire as well to connect it, and a small kit of little nuts and bolts and I think they call them locking washers, these little funny looking flower things. But anyway, they do a good job. So yeah, that's all you get in the box. That's all you should need. These ones actually have 4 speed levels. They've got a 4-year warranty versus the 2-year that you get with the traditional Sirocco. They're a 20,000 hour motor instead of 5,000 hour, and you still get all the timer settings up here, but you get the extra speed down the bottom. They also blow air a lot faster, so I'm really keen to get these up and give them a go and see what we think about them. In my case today, I'm going to be taking out this old fan, so it's a really easy process. I've just got to remove these 2 screws that are on either side, and this will pop off. So I'll set up the camera and you can watch. How easy is that? It's done. I'm going to put the new one on. So when you buy a new set, they will send you out this little wire, which has your 2 little ends that can go on the back of the fan. It's also got your positive and your negative wire, which it's easily marked out with that little label there, if you can see that. So this is what I've used when I've done the fans before. We've got one that's down the bunk end of the bed, and I use this to hardwire it into the Caravan. However, this one in particular has been set up with a little 12 volt port. So this plugs in up next to the fan. So I'm just going to do this one the same. So I'm basically going to steal the cord that we had on the old fan. So it was screwed in the back of here the same way the other cord would be. So I'm going to steal that and put it up with the new fan as well. So this is our new one and our old one. So you can see both fans are very similar. They're set up the same way. So I'm just going to take these off. If you've never done anything like this before, in most cases the red is your positive and the black is your negative. On the back of the fan in here it actually says negative and positive as well, so you shouldn't be able to make a mistake on that one. So I did check on this one before that it was definitely red positive, black negative. So we're going to be putting the red back on the positive like it was, and the black on the negative. So I'll just connect these quickly, give me a minute. Okay, so it's ready to go. And if there's any of you electricians out there, or you know, carpenters, or any of you blokes out there, and you've been watching me and I'm not doing things the easiest way possible, be nice. I'm just going to plug it in really quickly and check that it works before I connect it, and then after that it should be good to go. I'm going to have a nice cool night tonight. Oh, that's a good sign. Lights are on. Hey, we got power! Now, remember I showed you this backing plate and the piece of sticky stuff? I'm not using them today, the ones that they provided me, and the reason being is because they're actually already there. So this is what came with our Sirocco, the original Sirocco fans. It's been attached when it was done at the Caravan manufacturer. So I'm just going to leave those ones, there's no point in changing it over. Oh, moment of truth. So we plug it in. Oh, we've got lights, that's a good sign. So I think they have to go through some sort of startup phase, because it seems that it likes to flash blue lights a few times and then it turns off and then it seems to be ready to go. There we go. So, yay! So it's fan speed 3. Fan speed 4. It's pretty full on, like, there's a lot of wind there, hey. We've been big Sirocco fans since the very beginning. We loved having our other ones in here, and I'm sure we're gonna love these ones just as much. It's funny, you know, like just overall everything in them feels a little bit stiffer, a little bit newer, like they're ready for van life. And the fan blade itself, I don't know, just the way it moves, everything about it with this brushless motor, it just feels a little bit like it's gonna last us a lot longer. So I'm really excited to see how these go. So I know for some of you, maybe this is just normal day-to-day stuff and it's not all that exciting, but if you're just moving in a van and you want to learn about these sort of things, we highly recommend the Sirocco fans. We think that they're great. Like, we've had ours in our van now for 1.5 years. This is our first upgrade that we've ever done on them. We're just excited to try something with a slightly higher fan speed. Obviously, as you know, we've always stayed in the areas that sometimes are 40 plus, so to have that little bit higher airflow is really important to us. What I'll do, I'll actually pop right here, right now, just about the amperage on the fan as well. So it has an extremely low draw. You really just don't use much power at all. So they're the best things to have. So now we've got 3 in the van. So at any time we might be using an amp of power, a little less than an amp of power during the day. Sirocco runs under the brand Seeker, S-E-E-K-R, and Seeker is a brand which is made by Caframo. So most people know Caframo on the market, they recognize the logo. Seeker's a new brand name that they've brought in, which is linking to Sirocco. So if you ever see that in the market, that's what it is. And yeah, you should go out and check them out for yourself if you're interested in trying a fan. Up here, this link that I'm putting at the top of the page right now is where you can go and see the Sirocco fans for yourself and check out the stats and see if it's something that's right for you.
We're at, what is it, Durack River? Durack River?
Yeah, it's a free camp. It's a wiki camp one. I'll chuck it in the corner like I normally do.
Yeah, we've spoken to a few people at the campsites and stuff and just finding out what's good, what they recommend. This is one of the big ones that came up, was the Durack River, and for very good reason, because I'll spin your hand right now and I'll show you exactly what we're looking at. Incredible. How's that for a view? So we went to one right up the other end, but it didn't have much of this sort of, I don't know, platform down here to walk on the banks. So this is even better again. But yeah, there's no trees here either, because at the other side there was heaps of trees in front of all these caravan, where you can see. So we got kind of gypsies over here in the background. There's Brad. But yeah, killer spot. Very happy with this. There's apparently a few more a little bit further up along the riverbanks there, so I don't think we'll be going to check it out because we found our VIP spot, that's for sure. So yeah, that's us for the night. We'll probably punch on again in the morning, go to Ellenbrae, get some scones, have a look around in there, and I don't know, see what happens. No real plan at this stage. So this is our spare tyre we're carrying around with us. We're going back to the old Dick CPEX. So these are actually our old tyres we had on the car before we changed over to the Yomoti. So it's quite funny that we've ended up with the old tyre again. Well, there's plenty of tread still on them. They're almost, brand new. So we just got that sitting inside the caravan here. So see this mat here. We got this from Austrail. So it's just like a foam mat used for camping.
Which, by the way, I was undecided about, but I actually really like it.
Yeah, it's handy, isn't it?
Pulls through, and
yeah,
you can take your feet off and stand on here and wipe them off and go straight in the van. It's just,
yeah, that's been probably the biggest plus side, is you're brushing all your feet off on a big surface before you go in.
Unlike the fake grass stuff, like the stuff we've got in the door, that holds everything. This doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. They've got muck mats and stuff like that, but I don't know. We found it alright, but there's obviously better stuff, I guess.
As an outdoor mat, I think this is great.
Yeah, it works well.
Pick it off, shake it up, and it's all gone. It doesn't hold anything.
Yeah, big time.
Carry on with your spare tyres.
Oh no, that's all good. I was going to talk about this anyway, so that's good that we've talked about that. Yeah, we've literally just laid it on the ground here and just throw the tyre straight on top, and it's been fine, because my biggest concern was rubbing on the floor. I didn't want a big bloody black marks all over the floor, so that's worked out really well. So it's already paying for itself as a transport spare tyre setup. And also too, I'll show you really quickly. Brad gave me one of his spare cardboard boxes that he had. This must have been from one of his rims that he got. But yeah, it's just a rim box that I've cut up, taped up and put over the back of the window. I wasn't too concerned to start with, but you only need one little rock to hit that and smash that whole back window and you're done. Like I've seen some people and some friends that have had it done and they're sitting in the car and it's literally just filling up with dust. It's just like a big old tornado of dust inside. And I wouldn't like to do that just before or even halfway through the Gibb and then having to go all the way out the other side, just absolutely choking on dust, all because of one little rock hit the back of the window. So I just said I'll bugger it, do it, because prevention is the best key. If you can do something about it, it's so quick and easy. By the time we get to the end of the other side of the road, you just peel it off, be done with it. You wouldn't even know it was on there. So yeah, that's what I've done, because I've seen quite a few other people doing it. And I thought, it's not a bad idea, might as well give it a crack. It's just peace of mind at the end of the day. So yeah, just a bit of duct tape, a cardboard box. It actually fit perfectly for that back window. I couldn't believe it. It was awesome. So yeah, just the little things you do on these sort of tracks. They're not your everyday tracks. They're sort of, this is a very notorious road and everything that we've heard about it too. So you just try and do as much as you can to prevent anything going wrong. Running your eyes over suspension, you know, chassis, tyres, all that sort of stuff. It all helps, because if you can pick up something before it happens, you're definitely going to be better off. I think it's safe to say we're a very productive team, aren't we?
Tons, mate. Heaps. I've been here for a week.
Yeah, we've only just gone up and grabbed a few limbs and then we've come back with about 2 weeks worth of timber, I reckon. Far out. I think that definitely calls for a nice frothy. Try and say that 10 times. Here you go, mate. Thanks for your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, legend. I think we're going to have a nice bonfire tonight with this rate. Look at this view, it's killer.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. You miss the ones you know. I'll be here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our minds to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're.
So we made it to Ellenbrae Station. The car's behind us, as you can see. Chris is still in there because, of course, Jack's asleep. So we're just coming in here. We're going to get some scones, whatever you call them, with some jam and cream and that. And then we're continuing on to the Durack River next. So how cool is this setup? This guy is walking the Gibb River Road with this. It's full on, eh? But anyway, we're here. There it is. Welcome to Ellenbrae. I'm so keen to get some of these scones. Aww. Veggie patch.
There'd probably be some ladybugs in there.
I wonder what they are.
Your finch is here, Mum.
Hey?
Your finch is here.
Is it? How nice is it? How nice is the green grass? No prickles. You could probably walk around barefoot here.
Put them out and I'll let you slide over them.
The famous scones.
Mango frappe. Thank you. Toasty with a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a ham and cheese toasty and a scone, and the other toasties won't be too far away.
Sweet as.
You're welcome. I'll just put that there. There you go.
How good's that? Not a bad brekkie, guys.
So it's official, we made it. We've just come from this direction and we're turning to go in the Columbaroo direction. So we're just going to get some GoPro footage on the back of the caravan. Thought it might be a bit interesting just to see it from that perspective. I don't know how dusty it's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to work. But yeah, if this road's been graded like the rest of it, far out. Onwards and upwards.
Getting there. That road is Mickey Mouse mint.
Or now anyway.
Oh, it's amazing. Cruising through. But yeah, not far now.
So this is the free camp area at the intersection to the Columbaroo turn-off. It's not bad, like it's all level, there's a couple of tables, there's chairs and things. There's all the information signs behind me too about the area. They just tell you a bit more about the road and how far things are away and what's around. So worth having a stop in if you haven't looked at it before. We spoke with a few families and locals about the Columbaroo Road's condition, and the general reply was that it was really bad. No grader had been here in a long time, and the corrugations were in full swing. Due to COVID, only Honeymoon Bay was open at Columbaroo, and with no access to fuel or food in the community, what if something went wrong? It was also a lot of stress on the van for an over 500-kilometre return trip to see just one place. So instead, we drove only 4 kilometres of the corrugations to a free camp which came highly recommended for its swimming hole, and stopped for lunch before heading back along the Gibb River Road towards Derby. Whether you are taking the Columbaroo turn-off or not, we highly recommend a quick stop at this swimming hole. It's a great spot for both the kids and the adults.
Hello, you little froggies.
Well, g'day legends. We are at the other campsite. It's called Hans or Hans. Hans. Hann from memory. So it's a Hans River. So you'll see it on the GPS, you'll see it on your maps as you're coming through, and there's campsites either side of it. As we're coming from east to west, we've actually gone to the right hand side, and we found that the right hand side is actually really bloody nice. There's it seems a bit more secluded. There's not as many campsites as maybe the other side of the river there. From what we know, we haven't physically gone over and seen it yet, but there's quite a few more campsites over there, and there's a few more vans and camper trailers and whatnot. But on this side, we got us. I don't know if you can see. We're just up in the back there. So there was definitely enough room for 2 vans and 2 cars. We haven't unhitched, so we've got the car still on there, so there's plenty of room. And I don't know if you can see up the back there, there's someone up there too that's just pulled in this afternoon. And yeah, that's probably one little campsite there, this one down here. But in saying that, there is this little track, but it's very soft. Someone has gone down there just with their car, and they've set up their tent and the swag. I don't know how they're going to go out. Go in the morning reversing out of there, because I reckon it's going to be pretty bloody interesting, because it's very, very soft sand. But yeah, I don't know, it's a really cool spot, I must admit. It's very relaxing. It's very secluded. It's just nice to be away from crowds of people as well. And you've got this nice little lagoon here. So it's a small body of water. It doesn't go too much further up the road there. And then it comes back around here. Just here in front of me is probably the deepest point of it. And that's probably, I'd reckon, maybe up over your head. No one's game enough to go on there and check check the depth. But the rest of it's probably about ankle, halfway up your shin sort of deep. So it's nothing dramatic and over the top. But it's just enough to sort of come down, sit in the water, you know, have a relaxing, refreshing afternoon with a couple of beers and just cool off. We were down here just earlier. I was actually quite lazy because we were having such a good time, having a few beers and just chatting, that I didn't even get a pan of what we were doing earlier. I don't know if you can see behind me, but the kids have made a few sand castles and whatnot. So kids with sand and water, you got hours of entertainment there. It's nice to get off that dusty corrugated road and just pull into a nice little oasis like this. That's just absolutely beautiful. But yeah, if you're chewing along, whether you're coming from one side or the next, this is a really cool spot. If you've got a couple of yous with a couple of vans, you can easily get in there. It's just, yeah, nothing at all. You got nothing to stress about. But the only problem is if it's quite busy like it has been, you might miss out. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's free camps. You just first in, best dressed, basically. And so up there where those guys are, it's all dirt, and then it comes into here, and it's quite soft in around here. I had to chuck mine into full low to get around the corner, but I was reversing. It just meant that I could drive back out of here with no dramas, and it's given us heaps of room down here. So I've got the Jenny running today because you can tell how many trees we've got. It's quite a fair bit. So the sun comes up over on this side, and it goes up, and then sets over on the other side there. Jesus, I think my balls just dropped. But it sets just over there. So there's quite a few trees in between. I think we got a couple of hours of sort of proper sun, but just wasn't enough to top everything up. I thought, well, we got the generator, got a bit of fuel, might as well bring her out, crack her out and throw her on. I'll be probably shutting her down in the next half an hour because we're almost at full. But yeah, we're having tacos tonight, I think. We're cooking on the fire. So looking forward to this. This is camp. 2 vans either side, everything's hooked up still. And here we go. What's on the menu tonight, Brad?
Mate, we are doing tacos tonight.
Tacos.
Yeah. Dirty old tacos tonight, buddy.
How good's that?
I think
Camp
it's
oven.
pretty good.
I reckon that's even better.
Yeah.
We're out bush. We got the fire cranking. Camp oven's going. I reckon we can nail this quite well.
I reckon we'll do that with a couple of beverages, my friend. I'm
Yes.
just getting a little bit leftover in. And we'll be on, mate. We'll be on.
Happy
Ready
days.
to rock.
I'm looking to see how this all turns out. Everyone's sitting around, relaxing, having a good afternoon. I've trained. I think I've trained. I've trained
Got me
Brad.
mid-go.
Yeah, I've caught the ferry himself in the background trying to sneak a beer. But the thing is, if there's an empty beer around and we know it, the beer's coming out. Someone grabs a beer and then they sneak it next to the next one.
Turns up,
So
mate.
you turn around and it's like, where the hell did this come from? And it's now turned into the beer ferry game. So yeah.
We are both beer fairies.
Yes. It's going to be quite an entertaining night, I think.
It'll be fun.
At this stage.
It'll be fun. The rum fairies will come out later. on.
Yeah.
Let's go. Paprika.
That's a lot.
Oh, dude, that's nothing.
Oh, throw it in.
That's a lot.
We normally, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
We normally smash this stuff out, eh? Oh, so good. About that much, as they'd say.
What?
Bit of
I'm
much.
gonna eat it if you keep doing it.
I reckon there's a couple
You will.
more
You just don't
punches in
need
there.
to do it. Couple punches in there.
Yeah. What do you got in here?
Bit of cumin.
Oh, yeah.
Some say cumin.
Coming.
Coming.
Some say cumin.
Some people feel awkward saying coming.
Coming round the mountain.
Some people won't be going.
Garlic powder, it's a bit cheating.
Oh, that's a lot.
No, well, you'd be
No,
surprised.
well, jeez. If anyone knows garlic,
I
you put in.
I put the salt and pepper in there, see, and cheating.
Oh, I like that. That's a cool little idea.
Save me grinding it.
Yeah, good stuff. What's he cooking? What's he doing?
You want that?
Yeah, is he?
I'm going to cheat and put a bit of Legos in there.
Yeah, why not?
Well,
Gives it flavour.
it boosts it up. I can get that just in there.
Yeah. If it doesn't fit, make it.
It'll work. Very much.
Yeah, it does.
Thought I had a bit too much.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You'd be surprised. You want a Mexican?
You got it.
Yeah, watch.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you right there. It's really quiet. Everybody in the camp's staring at you. There's cameras out.
Let's go. Boom.
Nothing better than a good set of tacos. Eh? Another location. Yeah.
Tick.
It's been a pretty cool little camp spot, I reckon. It's nice. It's by the river. There's enough water to swim in. Fires all around.
It's private.
It's secluded. Yeah, this side of it.
Yes.
Secluded. So this side of it's really cool compared to the other side. It seems like a bit more mainstream and a bit more populated.
Well, the other side is what is on Wiki
Bigger.
Camp, so majority
Yeah.
of people just go there.
Yeah.
Don't look outside the box.
Yeah, so we got told to come down, and whatever side Wiki Camps tell you, you go to the opposite side. And it's normally always better because nobody really knows about it. And it's definitely one of those spots.
It's
so,
been really good.
yeah.
The only issues we had here, someone left glass in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Like a whole bottle, which
Like a
had
big
smashed.
1
so we
litre
cleaned it up.
JD bottle, yeah.
Well, no, actually, Brad cleaned it up.
Brad
but
does, yeah.
We discussed about cleaning it up.
Yeah.
And then someone like buried a hole to do a
Number 2.
yeah.
But it wasn't just one.
Like
There was
this
like
deep.
4 or 5 of them. There was a
Yeah.
few over there.
But they're like that far under the
They
sand.
literally just done their business and threw a bit of sand over top. Like, it's disgusting. It's so bad. And it's like within the
In
area
the
where you
camp
can.
zone.
Yeah, like it's not even over and out in the grass or something, but
If you're that guy, go for a walk.
yeah, seriously,
You need to go
guys,
further
it's-
away.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we've done our bit. Well, together we've done
Otherwise,
a bit to
it's
clean
awesome.
up. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's a really cool spot. I definitely recommend coming and checking it out for sure.
It is a sandy entry, so maybe come and walk it first to make sure that there's no one down here because
Yeah.
there's no turning around space.
Oh, it is when you get in here by yourself, but
If there's someone
already
here.
yeah, it's pretty hard, especially if you've got a caravan on the back. We've had a lot of people come down and in and then they've reversed back up and out of here again.
One of them got bogged.
Yeah, one got bogged, so.
Yeah.
But they got out alright. But yeah, just come down, give it a bit of an eye, see what's down here, but perfect little spot.